are back with Emily Procter from CSI Miami, and she loves Halloween as much as I do. So we asked her what she'd like to do, and she wants to turn a pumpkin into a festive fall flower container. And so that's why I have this cylindrical vase standing on top of the pumpkin, because we're going to use this inside the pumpkin.
I love it.
And you know we've pre-measured the pumpkin, so you can take a measurement before you go to the pumpkin stand. And by the way, all of you out there, this is a disaster of a pumpkin year. And instead of having something like 700 million pounds of pumpkins, or tons, I guess, there's only a few tons of pumpkins available this year. So buy your pumpkin early.
I pre-ordered mine.
You did?
In honor of you.
Oh, good. Okay, what kind did you get?
I got a Big Mac.
Oh, good. Oh, they're beautiful. How many pounds?
I don't know. I landscaped at this nursery.
Pre-ordering a pumpkin. It's like pre-ordering your Thanksgiving turkey. We are nuts here in America.
Well, and in fact, I actually pre-ordered this craft as well because I got my magazine.
Oh, okay.
And there were 2 crafts in there I wanted to do, and when they knew I was coming on the show, they said, I think we're going to do this. And I said, can we please do the other, because...
Oh, you wanted to learn how to do it. Okay, so what I'm doing is just marking with a little pointed instrument around the outside of this container, and that's going to be the vase inside the container. And so, oh look, it makes little tears. It cries when you cut it. Oh, poor little pumpkin.
It does.
And then you use the pumpkin sawing knife. Now you can use just a regular serrated knife. You want to do that?
I'm just doing my job.
Can you taste the pumpkin water?
Doing my examining
Did it taste
job.
like a pumpkin? Doesn't it taste pumpkin-like?
It does.
It does, yeah.
Can you make anything with
essence of the water? You can drink it. It's probably good for you. But just saw around like that. We've already done ours. Oh, try to pull this out. Now, what is holding that in there? Uh-oh. The fibers. Yes. And so you scrape off all. We don't need the top, actually. So you can discard the top, or you can roast the top. It's really good. Just roast it in the oven. Save the seeds, too. Do you like to do roasted pumpkin seeds?
I do. They're one of my favorites.
Yeah, they're very good. So this is a great tool to extricate all the membrane and all the seeds from the pumpkin when you're scraping the insides of somebody doing a... Do you actually do the autopsies on the show, too?
Sometimes they let me in there with candy.
I hate autopsies. So once you get all that done, you'll have your containers, and we have two... Here, we have this already, Emily, so you don't have to... We call these swap-outs.
Oh, perfect.
And so in the bottom, we have mushed up a lot of the fiber to make a level bottom, because generally the pumpkin goes from like this inside, so your vase will not stand straight up. And if the... Yeah, there it does. It fits very snugly right in there. Can you get yours in? Perfect.
Oh, I love this.
And so I like using, we have autumnal flowers. Now you can use any kind of flowers that you have available for a pumpkin arrangement like this. You can also use dried grasses. You can use any dried flowers too, so that, and you can find those at the garden centers now. But these are all fresh autumnal flowers. We have dahlias, rose hips, and the beautiful coxcombs. And I like all of these things. So each one of us should have a little chrysalis, which is a flower food, a cut flower, two envelopes in each, and then fill it with cool water. I need one of yours because I gave you one of mine.
I was going to say I could scalpel yours as well.
Okay,
I'm used to that.
Scalpel us. Okay, so this prolongs the life of any flower. It's a really good thing to have. And if you have sticky flowers, sometimes the coxcomb gets a little bit sticky. Add about a teaspoon of Clorox, liquid Clorox. And would you do that? Also, do you use Clorox ever in your...
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it does. It's very handy.
But one trick that I do know is that if you have tulips, if you put a penny in the bottom of it, they'll stand upright.
Well, sometimes, but it's metallic. It's the reaction to the little bit of copper in the penny. But, okay, so now just start arranging. I'm trying to think what I should start with. I think I'll start with maybe the coxcombs and use a sharp knife and just start to layer your flowers in here. You can do dahlias, coxcombs, as I say, and just start doing whatever you feel like doing. You could put a frog in the bottom of this glass if you want, depending on, but these are pretty sturdy stems, so you don't really need a frog. But they should be arranged kind of in a spiral all the way around. And you just keep layering and building an arrangement until you have one that is pleasing to your eye. And it should be, depending on where you're going to put it. Now, are you going to have this in your hallway, or are you going to have this on a table? Or?
I'd like to have it on a round table in my hallway,
so
which is why I got such a big one.
Okay. So you need some symmetry.
And that's what I was going to ask you. So I see you're just going around, and then
Going around.
do I
and
need
around.
anything taller?
No, it'll get tall. You'll see.
Okay.
And then I'll do one layer of dahlia. Then I'll do one layer of rose hips. And I love rose hips. I think they're so pretty. These you can find outside, actually. If you have rose bushes, you should look and see. And another thing that I would suggest, do you have a garden?
I do, and I did have some rose hips, and I was wondering if I could just make tea out of it.
Oh, you could. You can make jelly. You can make tea.
Oh.
Yeah, I use them all the time, but it
Can I
depends.
come and live with you?
Sure, and you can visit any time. The farm is gorgeous, and I just wanted to make mention that when you're thinking of autumn, don't cut down your whole garden. If you have a garden, just leave some of the things to naturally dry in the garden. That way, the winter landscape won't be barren. So many people just chop down their entire garden and have bare dirt, but I like to leave some of the things in the garden, like the Brussels sprouts and the cabbages and the kales. I hate it when everything goes down to the ground, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Luckily, in California, I don't have to worry about that. It's kind of always.
So yours is looking so pretty and neat. I think Emily is doing a very good job.
Oh, yay!
Yes. I'm rushing to get going here, but as you build, can we do like a split here so that we can come back and we can see it like magic? So here we are with the finished arrangements. Thank you so much. I hope you had a good time.
I loved it.
Be sure to watch Emily on CSI Miami tonight at 10. Thank you so very much.
I loved it.
We'll be right back.